And you're going to have to spend some money, and that's a whole separate slide. If only it rained money like that. The first thing I want you to do is be realistic as you think about the money. Give yourself a contingency. If you say to me, I've got 450,000 to spend, and in fact it's 550, that's not helpful. Say to me, you've got 500,000 to spend, and keep 50,000 as a contingency. That money is not for me or the builder, by the way, it's you. You're the ones who spend extra money on the site. So many times I've had stories. One of them is, we put a door in the bedroom in a certain location because we knew it would get good cross ventilation. Owner says to the builder, no, put it on the other side. Doesn't make sense there. Sure enough, when it's being built, they go, oh, that was a better place to put it. Tells the builder to change it. It costs $100 to put it in the first place, $500 to move it. So give yourself some money in case you need to spend it. Check with the bank, it seems pretty obvious, but actually go and check with them. You may be able to borrow more than you think, or you may not want to borrow as much as they'll give you. The other thing is, the banks are not very happy about lending you money to spend it on me before you start building. Although, luckily, the banks have finally got over their GFC crisis, and they're now letting you borrow money against the value of your property often now, just to do things like pay me. I'm going to ask what the budget is anyway, so get ready for it. If you can't afford the whole thing, why don't you get us to design you a staged project? We do this often. A good example is in Brisbane, lifting and building in underneath a house. Maybe you don't need to do the whole thing now because it costs a fair whack of money. Why not lift it, get it open plan underneath, just empty with slats and a slab. Fabulous for young kids to play on, but they don't need their teenager bedrooms just yet, which would be ideal later because that's where you put them when they want to have the black ceiling. And if you want to check prices, you can't do this for renos, but go to a website called bmtqs.com.au. For some reason, they give for free a cost calculator for everything, from new houses right up to massive commercial. They're a little bit heavy in price, but it's a good thing to do. And I'm only at 11:08 and I haven't wasted your time yet. You're going to need a building designer. By the way, what is a building designer? We design buildings. That's it. Get us out for a site consult. It's worth the money if we charge for it because you'll learn a lot. A good example is, I might stop you from wasting the money that you were thinking you're going to spend on something before we even started. Right now we've got a project at Ashgrove, fabulous Spanish mission house. It's actually a Cape Dutch version. They were going to rip into this brickwork and put in some amazing, huge French doors and other things. It's going to cost them 20 to 30 grand just to do this one little thing. And I said, no, stop. Because what we're going to do is much more elegant and simple. And we didn't stuff up the house. So get us out, we can stop you from wasting your money from the start. How much do you have to pay someone like me? Well, I get into trouble when I tell some people, but I will tell you. Architects are different, I'll tell you that too. Building designers charge between about 2 and 4% for new houses. Some are a bit dearer, some are a bit less. Renos, they're somewhere between 3 and about 8 to 10%. Architects are somewhere around 5 to 15% for both. You get more with architects and you can get less with others. So just check out what they do for the money. The other thing that an architect or building designer is supposed to do is liaise all the consultants. I am the head consultant, therefore I have to help you deal with the surveyor, the certifier, the engineer, and occasionally the town planner, but sometimes they're already on board anyway. If your designer or your architect says, no, I don't do that, mate, run away instantly. They're supposed to look after your consultants. You're going to need a builder, unless you're going to be an owner builder, and I won't talk to you because I hate owner builders. Get your builder early, really early. I prefer it right from the very start. I'd like to have a builder next to me when I talk to you on the first day, because they help you get to the right result. They keep you on track, by the way. They keep you within your budget. They don't like spending your money because it just ruins their reputation. They need drawings. Please don't get them out before you talk to anyone. Wave your arms around and say, want a deck out there, mate? They'll be going, have you thought about how that connects to the existing building? What about the sewer that I know is running underneath the site somewhere? Have you talked to Peter about how far this can be from the boundary? Have you talked to Peter Charles, the town planner, about do you need a DA or not? You know, don't waste their time before you've actually got someone else out. It's really better to wait for the best builder. Don't get the one who's available tomorrow. If they're available tomorrow, you don't want them because they're not busy enough. How do you pick a good builder? I have this really simple technique. Go look at a current site. If it's tidy, they're a good builder. It's as basic as that. It tells you so much. First is, their subbies are organised with them. They're all proud of their job. They tidy up each day. They're safety conscious. They're going to make a profit, which is even more important, because if they make a profit, they're going to finish your job well. And the other one I like to tell you about is, please don't waste the builder's time. Arrange for a Thursday morning meeting at 7 a.m. That's really specific. Monday to Wednesday, the builder is kicking the butt of everybody on site to make sure that things are getting done so he makes a profit. Don't talk to them Friday because they're possibly thinking about putting their boat in Moreton Bay that afternoon because they're so stressed from kicking the butt of everybody on site that they want a relaxed time.